Rick did it first.
Does everybody know Kenny Paul? This is our third selectman.
Yes. How we doing?
Okay, I guess I'll open the meeting, the public meeting for discussion on Pond Road. We have all the members here. Barbara, do you have all the names?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, well, we can start this discussion off as far as what I want to know is where that sign used to be right off the bat.
That sign used to be right up here, right where this culvert is. It used to be right this side of that
Just
hole.
before that culvert.
Yeah, that's where it was when I started here 5 years ago.
Okay.
What did the sign mean, being there? Did it mean that's as far as you always went, or did you come down, is that where it started and you came down the road?
That's where we stopped our winter maintenance for.
This is where you,
yeah.
that right
But
there is where
being-
you stopped,
Yes, but being at that point there, we'd have to turn around down here.
so you plowed it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Well,
was
there's
done
no
more
way
out
to
of
back up the
kindness.
hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Cynthia, would you agree with that? That's the placement of the sign?
I honestly, I have a picture of it.
I thought you said it was more closer to this tree.
I think that you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think it was more here.
Well, that looks like that big sign.
Okay, yeah, the back of this
Or
tree
maybe
here.
it was,
Yeah.
it was on this side, right, of this tree perhaps.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah,
So I think it was there.
probably about where you're standing on.
Yeah, you got your flower bed there, and
That's where it
Quite a
started.
It
distance
was,
from where you
I
said.
think that
Well,
this tree is
right
here,
here.
and that tree is there, and then you
How long
can
have
see
you
my
been plowing
car.
the road?
yeah, that looks like
You can see my
you can
car.
see this mark on the tree. That is that tree.
Yeah.
See that mark right
And
there?
there's my car. Right
All right, so the sign was here. This is where the sign was, in this general area. So that's where we had it, and it said closed for winter travel from December 10th to April 10th.
It's the exact sign that's at the top of the hill up there. The sign was.
Well, it's not. It's
It's
the,
not the
the
same
wording's
spot.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the word
you,
is,
you
there's,
guys
the-
took out the.
yes,
RSA
yes,
is just
Okay.
taken
yeah, the
off.
RSA was taken off, and it was.
Okay.
All right, so we established a point for the sign. So what we would do is we'd plow down to here and then turn around in Cynthia's driveway, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Is that what you?
Yeah, so the only real way to do it is to push snow into here, into the driveway and down so you can get the truck turned around in the driveway. This here doesn't work for a 10-wheeler because of the pole in this driveway here. You can't back the truck in there and make this swing, especially not with snow.
But what did you do, before, Seth? With this, now, we're only talking last year, right? We plowed this last year, right?
No.
After the storm,
What do you mean?
after we do it with a pickup.
Yeah, I guess.
Seth, would you agree that at one point you were making a curved approach and pushing towards those oaks over that way?
Well, you would, Ralph. Yeah, you'd push off the bulk of it to the right, and then you'd push off to the left. We have power angle plows, but
I mean, I remember seeing the town do it that way.
yeah, so as to not completely block the road off with the snowbank. Yeah,
Gary, you don't
yeah.
have to. I got a tape measure.
The illusion needed to come.
Cynthia, what is it that you would like? What is it you're looking for?
I'm looking to have the road maintained as it has been for 40, 50 years.
So you are not asking for any more than what we've always done,
Thank you.
okay?
Yes.
Now, I'll have to disagree that it wasn't plowed 50 years ago to here.
Okay, 40 years ago, 50 years ago,
Yeah.
there's testimony from people that it
Yeah.
goes back as far as 50 years.
I'm just, as an eyewitness, this was never plowed when I was a kid.
Okay.
Oak Hill wasn't either.
Well, it was plowed to here.
But since
This-
you've been living here,
Yeah, since I've been here, since 91,
which is enough time,
enough
it's
time.
always been plowed
it's
by
always been
us, the
plowed.
town.
There's oil trucks coming and delivering to this home. This home is heated year round. So, that alone is a hazard, having fuel trucks come down here and not having a road maintained. I mean,
But that's not a unique issue. Everybody has that problem that is on a,
everybody has that problem.
that's on a private road or a,
But this isn't a private road. It's Hasn't been a
A
private.
class 6.
It's still a class 6 road from either, whether it's from
I
there
think-
or there, it's still a class 6 road, any way you look at it.
to have-
Yeah, I mean, it's not a class 6 road. It's a class 5 road except for 4 months during the winter. But your
To
point
the
is what?
signs,
Yes.
to the signs.
Right.
From the signs to sign, it's still a class 6 road.
No, it's a class 5 road except for 4 months during the winter. But I agree with you. I agree with you. It's not maintained in the winter. During
Right,
those 4
after
months.
the meeting that they had, yes, I guess you're right with that, but it wasn't. Okay.
But I think the point she's trying to make is the oil trucks had to find a way to deliver
No, I
over
mean,
that house, right?
we were, you know, you stopped maintaining the road and we were taking care of it. But before we knew you weren't taking care of it, then my daughter slid down backwards and hit this tree, and she's inside, she can come out and tell you. There was no signs posted saying, you know, saying this wasn't maintained. You took the signs down, but you didn't put them back anywhere. And so there were cars, not only her, but there was cars trying to go up and then sliding down backwards.
And that I'll agree with. Before I started this, the signs were removed.
I pulled the tree, a car that had spun all the way down to that oak beyond Kenny's car. That hit back bumper to that oak, and I pulled them out of the snowbank. So that was last one.
All right,
So
so
it is a-
we determined that the sign's here. We need to determine how we're gonna plow the thing and bring it back to where we're start, right? So you need a
slope
turnaround, is what you're saying, to turn the truck around.
Yes.
And what do you see here that can oblige that? Well, I don't even know, what's the truck, 36 foot from?
36 foot.
36 foot from nose to tail with a plow on it. So you're looking at, to turn that truck around, oh, I got a tape measure, let me find out.
It's also a matter of putting the front end of the truck in this
I
soft
don't
stuff
understand the thought, why not, I mean, her driveway's plowed. You can't pull in that driveway and back up? That driveway's not plowed, Charlie. Oh, it isn't plowed?
It's not.
It's not, and if I plow up there, do you know what kind of mess she's gonna Oh, have? I understand that. I'm not asking you to plow their driveway, but I'm assuming it's plowed.
We do keep our driveway
I'm not
plowed.
saying that you don't plow it. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. But when we come down here to plow this, your plow driver hasn't been here yet. So all that snow coming down that road's coming in here.
The wing comes off the right side of the truck, so all that snow is gonna go right in here. So we have nowhere to push it once we get to your driveway, unless we go all the way up your driveway.
Take that right into that tree.
I thought you guys were gonna bring a truck today so we could look at it.
Oh, I was gonna. I got one ready to go.
Square peg in a round hole.
It's only a 25 foot.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just. There's 24 there from that tree.
Charlie, you think that a wing hard in beside those pines towards the culvert?
That's
would
how
be-
long that truck is right there.
Huh?
I don't know. I'd kind of like to know why we can't use the other one.
My personal opinion is we're using the wrong truck to come down here. I mean, you
Here's-
look at trees on the side of these roads, they get winged. I know on Brackett Road, they get winged.
This
I
is,
talked to Brock about that before,
this,
and,
our neighbor took this picture.
okay.
This
I
is-
wasn't
March
involved in the
9th.
buy-in of the trucks.
109.
Oh, I understand
Just
that,
to make
Brock.
that clear.
I'm just,
That 6
to be
wheeler is
honest
only
with you,
a
I've
foot
been living
shorter
here quite a few
with
years
plows
myself
than
and been
that
up here.
10 wheeler is width wise.
And
You know what I mean? So,
I've been living up here for a long time. I've been down this road for a long time, and I've known they've been down here doing this for a long time. Now all of a sudden it's an issue, so it's because of the equipment we're using to get down here, and because we plowed this road down this far for quite some time. We're talking over 20 years, right?
yeah.
So we have done that. So we have to either decide what equipment we're going to use here. You had brought up a dirt road
Well,
maintenance
that's what I was,
plan.
if my idea is to sub the dirt road, all the dirt roads out. Hire one truck to do that way the dirt roads are getting plowed at the same time as the pavement is. And we can get a 1 ton with a sander that can plow down in here and clean out when it's all cleaned up and you're done.
Are you
But,
gonna need trees removed to turn the 1 ton around?
for a 1 ton, I think we'd be fine.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
If we're gonna turn the 10-wheeler around, we need trees removed.
You can turn a 1 ton around today, but after a season's worth of snow, you're gonna.
Well, maintaining it, that same
Push it
thing
back with
implies is
loader.
I'm gonna have to come down here with a loader and clean it out once in a while. That's all part of the maintenance of it.
I'd still recommend a turnaround put in if we're turning around. Some sort of an easement.
Well, you're talking at least one of these trees going, and probably that one.
If we're gonna, if that tree right there would be the, and that one by the looks of it wouldn't hurt to be gone anyway.
Right.
But we don't have the equipment or the stuff to be cutting trees that big down either.
Do you agree that one wants damage?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just pig-headed. I don't see an ounce of anything wrong here. I can turn around here on anything. I just don't get it. I mean, it's a pretty simple. I mean, if we have to get a smaller machine or whatever, I don't see the difference from all these years. But I wasn't
now's the
down
time
here.
to do
He's
it
been
right.
here a lot. He knows what has been done. I
It's
can't see.
and turning around is only part of the problem. Trying to drive back up this hill in a truck that size.
I understand, but we've done it all these
But what you're not
years.
listening to, Charlie, is he said it more than once, more than, I don't know how many times they gotta come down here during the storm and pull the truck back up the hill.
With a loader.
So now you're taking the loader away from the shop, you're taking another truck off the route.
And how long of the so I like your idea of privatization, hiring subbing out a smaller truck, because that saves the town money in buying a truck, and it gives somebody else the responsibility, so your time is saved, better used other places. That's not a bad approach.
We'd still come down and get him. though.
And I've got a truck.
Down here.
Yeah,
No,
if
just
he's
kidding,
stuck, we're
just
gonna
kidding.
come get him, obviously, but
But I think if we're trying to do it right, we'd want a nice deeded easement in place to turn around. With a sign that says
Yeah,
no
I
parking.
agree with you that, so we're not
You know.
encroaching on her property. or
Exactly.
If we have the right to push snow onto her property,
Yeah.
we should have something in place for that.
Then some sort of no parking during snow emergency, so you don't come down here and it's full with all the ice
full of
fishermen out
right,
there.
people fishing and whatnot
Or
like that.
pontoon boats and all types of
Yeah.
other things, because it's the greatest place to
Yeah,
park.
because the minute you open this up with a parking spot, you're gonna have 10 people in your ice fishing out there.
Exactly,
We
yeah.
do already, yeah.
Yeah, you have to post it, no trespassing, because
And I agree
Well,
that-
actually,
they can walk
if
right
the town
across
has
it.
an easement, everybody in town could use it, right?
Well, what about a seasonal easement? I've never heard of one, but why not?
High tide easement?
whatever
You
the
go
date
in-
on the
You
sign
only go
is.
in when there's high tide?
How do we?
Yeah, sure, Ralph.
There's dates to this.
Water's-
I'm not sure.
Water's been pretty high around here lately.
Yeah, because we do have a deal with the Fish and Game too up on Marsh Road.
Marsh Road.
That we're deeded to use their property during the winter
For a
time
certain amount of
for a
months.
certain amount of months, and then we've got to block it off.
Yeah.
So there is ways to that too.
seems to make sense. All right, can we come to some type of conclusion today that we are going to maintain this the way we have been for the last 20 years?
Well, I think you already did that at the meeting, didn't you? You already said we're gonna.
No, we
Maintain
didn't
it.
talk about the sign placement or if we were gonna come down here and maintain this portion. What we did was make this road a road to summer cottages.
Right.
So we didn't really talk about the sign placement, and we didn't talk about if we were going to be down here. We told them we would work with them.
Work right. Okay.
So can I get something from the board to say that we're gonna come down here and maintain with this as we have for the last 20 plus years?
Providing the owner provides us with an easement.
Okay,
Now,
is that a motion?
who's going to remove the tree and construct the easement?
Ms. Wire, would you be inclined to remove that tree for us?
And I'd be okay bringing the gravel in and making a flat spot. No, that's fine.
So you don't think you can turn around with that tree still there?
That's why I thought we were bringing a truck today. Then everyone could have looked at the truck and say, I'm surprised you can get in at all.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the wheeler that we're using just isn't the truck for this road.
Exactly.
Regardless, it's even
Yeah.
on the part we maintain.
But that would be for our board to look at and say we need to make a change
We can come up
here.
with some, dirt
Yep.
roads or whatever That's besides the point. What I'm trying to do is resolve this issue of us coming down here and maintaining this like we have for those 20-plus years.
And that's the only reason I'd agree to coming down here, is the town's already come down here.
Right.
If
We've
this
kind of
was
set
a
a precedent.
If we were on the other side of Pond Road where we'd clearly stop, and then
Right.
there are, I think, 3 or 4 people living past the sign
Yeah.
there.
And they're well aware of that. and
Yeah.
They,
But here, for some reason, it just came further and further. And obviously you can't stop there, you gotta turn around.
What about fixing the road now? Are we gonna agree on that they gotta fix the culvert problem that we got
that's
going
already,
on?
That's already addressed, Brock, right?
Yeah,
You're gonna.
I was actually gonna grade today, but I drove down the road and it's way too wet to be dropping the grader blade now. We needed to dry up a little bit before we do any work down here.
That's another issue that we've already resolved by saying we're gonna maintain.
Correct.
But is the culvert in yet? 'Cause I know I
No,
can't.
right, Ralph, there's way too much water coming through.
I know. And all I'm saying is the project I'm on downhill,
Yeah,
I could.
Oh, I
be
know,
done
I
with
saw
it.
where
If
your
the-
project
If the
went.
culvert was in there, I could be done with that project. Right now,
yeah,
it's
there's a river going down there right now.
Well, there's always gonna be a river going down there, we understand that,
A
but,
river runs through
yeah,
it.
but it's
It's
pretty
not
wet.
it's running more from, it's getting run
Yeah,
off.
Okay,
the
so-
water right now.
The lake's higher than what it normally
Cynthia,
is.
so are you in agreement that we'll make the spot, put some gravel, make it so it's comfortable for everybody? Are you in agreement? Would you take down the tree? We're not set up to do
Let
that.
me find out how much it's gonna cost.
Well, I can tell you that it's
Yeah, that's
probably I bet you can get that under 5.
Yeah, 400 is what I thought.
Yep. Okay?
Better than me, I thought 1,000.
I can tell you right now, I know for a fact.
Let me know.
Let me talk with Paul. I'm not sure if that's.
Okay, because this is where we got to come to some agreements that you work with us.
No, I get it.
And then a sketch plan or something of where this is.
Yeah, she's willing
Well,
to work with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well-
here we're just looking around and we're
And-
getting some ideas.
It's
Yep.
not just my decision.
Exactly.
This is a family decision. But it's like,
We want to help.
it's like,
my insurance.
and I appreciate that
Well,
better kind of.
it's so that we'll all agree. This is
Yeah.
the part, we got to negotiate enough so that we'll all
So
come
just
to
this
an
one
agreement.
tree, you think?
I don't see any reason why it's
Okay.
only that one.
The only thing I just want to mention is that there is a wetland here that we have to be mindful of.
Yeah, we can't fill in wetlands.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, no, we won't. And I don't see any big filling other than just flatten it out,
Just right
make it a
here,
little more
just this
comfortable.
section right here would be fine.
You're just gonna stiffen this up, Brock, or?
Yeah, we're right. What we'll do is we'll come in off the side here where you can already see somebody's already put,
gravel.
and just bring it back in
From the plowing.
to the back of the tree.
Yeah, actually, we really should clean out this because we have put some fill in it.
Hey, Brock, do you think we can pull the stump?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can pull it up. No problem.
No, I think that'd be good. I think if they took down the tree and we just put the little bit of,
Yeah, and like I said, with a little bit of maneuvering with a different truck, it's not gonna be a problem. Like I told you before, we can plow it. It's just we got the wrong equipment to be plowing down here right now.
So you come in and make 100.
Yeah, well, and with a smaller truck, you can come right in,
Yeah.
right off that corner, and turn right in there and plow.
Right up there too.
With the big truck, you're not gonna be able to do that, but we can do it if we come to an agreement here, and then we'll have to figure out how we're gonna set up the plowing, but we can make it work, for sure.
60, 70 feet back there.
Yeah.
So that easement you'd want.
From that tree, I mean, we cut that tree down and then back to, like, say where the rocks, where you can see where it
Exactly.
stopped. We can flatten that out. We'll be fine.
it'll be enough to push the snow. And
Yeah,
it's
and
not
then-
like we're, just so Cynthia knows, we're not tearing your land apart.
no,
We're
no,
just
no.
making a driveway
I know.
and be able to push the snow back so you're not, there's no, nothing changes. It's
Yep.
still gonna look
Yeah.
the same.
And I think Ralph has a good suggestion. Maybe we'll do some kind of protective wall here.
those short retaining walls.
Because
Well,
it's-
I think
we're
probably at the
already-
beginning, like before we start plowing, I'll probably come down here just for peace of mind for my guys, and we'll stake this out, because I don't want to be pushing nothing into wetlands either.
Yeah, you might want to.
Prior
You might
to,
want to get together with Victor too.
yeah, prior
Do
to
what you have to
the,
do as
Yeah,
far as.
because I'm not sure where the edge is, that you can see
Right.
over time it's
Yeah,
gotten kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
filled
It
in.
moves this way over time, that's what water does.
So you'd be able to kind of flatten that out.
It wouldn't come above the new parking area. No, it would be below.
This will, I don't know. This probably dries up in the summertime.
Yeah, there's
It's just
nothing
up-
here
it's
that's
all
gonna
runoff.
stop
It
you from
stays-
doing anything.
It stays pretty mucky though.
Yeah. But we just want to get rid of
Is that a planting that you put there
No.
purposely?
All right, so
I think we're
Why
waiting
don't-
for a
what-
plan from
why
them.
don't we leave it as in consensus here that we're agreeable to what we've just discussed, the removal of the tree, and we'll come down and stiffen this up with some gravel and everything, make it right for us to turn around. And I'll let the attorneys draft out the easement.
Can I just summarize what I have? And
Yeah,
Okay.
please do.
That there will be a seasonal deeded easement here, exact location to be determined. Is the sign going to be placed there? Is that sign going to be moved to where?
You can put it lower down if you want.
Cynthia said it was over the
that's
rocks.
something you guys should probably do, decide where you want to put the signs. Because if we're gonna be coming, yeah, if you're gonna do that, you might as well.
Thinking there?
Yeah, that's
Back a
plenty.
little more?
Yeah, no, that's, from here,
Yeah, it's
that's,
hard to tell with the right of way and you're coming off at an angle.
right, and you figure where my
50
car
feet.
is, you got that whole space right there, so,
Yeah, that's 50 feet,
yeah,
so you need to at least be 50 deep.
yeah.
So what about the sign? Is it staying up at the top or is it going there? And does it make any difference to you as long as it's?
I don't, as long as we go back to the way it was.
The thing is if you're gonna do it, you might as well put the signs where you're gonna put them for the future. Because the boards change, stuff changes all the time, so the next time, at least somebody knows where things are.
I thought I remember the sign on these trees here, but maybe you had a different sign up or something.
This is the photo.
Yeah,
I've seen it more often,
up there.
but I've also seen it down by that hammer.
And I think it's a good spot for it. It's out of their
I do
way.
too.
Nobody's gonna run into it.
so I'm
You gotta
gonna
turn
hit there.
around. It's
You're
never
right.
gonna change any different.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is pretty much where the
once
road
it's staked in the
starts to
ground, that's
close
where
up.
it's gonna stay, so.
Yeah, I think you put it back to where it
Yeah, the
was.
road starts closing up here, and you definitely don't want to go beyond this property here.
This is where
I would. You're saying to put it right there.
Put it
where
back
was.
in its
Right by-
historical
right by that
location.
rock.
I would agree because then we're right next to the easement, the turnaround easement, and
Right.
that sort of makes sense to me.
All right.
Okay, so the sign placement is, so it's gonna be moved. And then Cindy tentatively is going to pay for the tree removal, cutting it down. The town is gonna come and pull the stump, bring in gravel and smooth this out. That's what I have.
Roughly 30 by 50.
Okay.
Does that
Yeah,
seem right?
which is about what it
Yeah,
is.
it's gonna be right about that, yeah.
Rocky, you get any of that trunk left up in the air to grab onto, gain leverage with your machine?
No, just cut it off, we'll get it out.
You have anything else, Paul, or?
No, I view this as an offer formally being made by the Board of Selectmen, and she'll think about it and get right back to you whether she accepts it or not.
So
Well,
if we get the easement drafted up and we're in agreement, we'll take it up at our meeting and then we can vote on it.
In the
All right.
meantime, I have to get this okayed by family.
Yeah.
I'll get some bids. You
I'll
guys
have to, I'll have to.
and, that would be great.
Cynthia, I know it's having, after that tree drops down.
I think it'd be better to fall right here, Ro. Right here in the road. That way it
I would
wouldn't
get a
cost them a
tree
lot
climber.
to take it down.
I get a tree climber and just, he'd be up and down that thing in no time at all.
Fall right here in the yard.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it falls here, we're gonna be back to fix it anyway, so it's not gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, let it fall right here.
Because you're gonna have to
clean
take it
up.
down in pieces.
Yeah.
You try pushing it over, you're gonna mess.
I would think this downhill slope I'd do with 3-inch, 6-inch rock on this
Build
slope.
this whole side, yeah.
Yeah, just so it's all rock and no gravel's gonna.
Yeah.
All right, I think this was a productive meeting, and
Motion to adjourn?
Well, we're taking, you know, I think it, to help, there's no reason we can't, when we are here, you can maybe, can we take the tree away? What do we do with it?
What?
You can bring it to the transfer station.
We bring it to the transfer
That's what I'm
station,
saying,
or
we
the
do
tree guy
something,
takes
just
it.
get rid of it. I mean, it's not gonna be a,
Yeah,
yeah, I'd let the tree guy deal with that.
yeah.
well, they ain't gonna, well, that's where things,
But
let's try
as
to
far
make
as
it as
cost.
affordable for everybody, so that we have you know, that we can accomplish what we're doing. And I don't see any reason.
Well, let's get a cost of that for us, and we'll then.
That's less than 2 feet at the butt, so
Yeah.
it will run through the brush, right? Through the,
Yeah, we still have to pay Huckins to come grind that pile.
yeah, and he can take up to 2 feet, I think.
Yeah, you can put a car in there.
You put a car in the grinder.
Yeah, no, it should be,
Not my car, please.
it's not a huge ordeal.
Okay.
Well, if,
I'll let you guys figure
You
that
give
out.
me
We'll-
20
we'll-
minutes and I'll take it down.
Whatever you say, we'll
Yeah.
get it, make it work. I'll leave that up to you
Ned would
guys.
do that, wouldn't he, Charlie?
just to get some clarity on the tree, what am I asking the person that comes to do?
To lay it down and
Just lay it
stack
down?
it right there, yeah.
Just to lay it down?
lay it down and clean it
cut
up.
Cut it into pieces?
Yeah, they'll lay it down and stack it right there on the ground, and it'll be
I
a
like
pile.
the idea they take it away. And so you guys have to deal with it at all.
We have to come over here and load it.
Yeah.
You gotta come over anyway. I mean,
Whatever you guys decide as
Yeah,
a
it doesn't-
selectman is what we'll do.
Doesn't matter.
I know.
That's what we'll do.
Can you price it out with them taking it away?
I'll price it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It's gonna be considerably more expensive to have them haul the wood out of
Yeah,
here.
'cause they gotta come in with machines and everything, and
But that, I mean, I guess that should be part of the bid of the tree too. I mean,
They always show up with trucks.
Yeah, but if you can dispose of it for free at the transfer station,
Well, they can too.
well, certainly they can.
Yeah,
but-
they can bring it right down there.
That's not a bad idea. Allow them to bring it down to the transfer station.
It's permitted anyways.
So Cindy's gonna get
Yeah, get a price.
with and without.
I know somebody to haul
let them do it.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you're all set, Rick? You got enough?
I do, yes.
Okay. All right, so we all set, you guys?
I made the
Yep.
motion. Nobody
You gonna
seconded it, so. I
second the
guess-
adjournment?
talking about it.
If that closes it out, yep, you got it.
Okay, so move. All those in favor? Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What about my boat landing?